Hey guys, it's been a minute. I'm currently driving back from up north where I pick up my beef and pork every year. They had emailed Monday saying that they would be ready today between 10 and 2. So I just got done picking all of it up. I got a bigger order this year than I typically do. I got a whole hog and I got half a side of beef this time instead of a quarter. So it's quite a bit more. I know it's been a minute since I have done a video. It's been a few months. I've had a lot going on. So last April, I got laid off from my job, which was perfectly fine. I decided I was going to take the summer off and lean into the videos, lean into the gardening, the food preservation and all of that. And it was a really nice summer in that regard. And then I started my new job in September. And literally right after I started the job, like the day after I started the job, Molly peed the bed. And so I figured she had another UTI. So I called the vet and they couldn't get her in until the following Monday. So from Tuesday till Monday. And when I brought her in, they obviously did like a dipstick on the urine and came back in the room and said her glucose was off the charts. So they took her back and they drew labs and her glucose was over 1,000, which is incredibly high. So she was officially diagnosed with diabetes. And if you know Molly, if you've been with me for a minute and you know anything about Molly, she is epileptic, so she's on 3 different meds for that. She also gets chronic pancreatitis, and she is on a low-fat diet because of that. She is, I gotta move over. She is, when we were trying to figure out why she kept getting pancreatitis, she was in and out of the emergency specialty hospital time and time again. I think it was 3 years ago. She was in there 4 or 5 times, almost dying each time. And then the last time she was in there, it was towards the end of January, beginning of February. And I think that was 2 years ago. They basically told me that she wasn't going to make it. They didn't know what to do for her, and they just could not figure out why this kept happening, especially, they just couldn't figure out why. So they asked what I wanted to do. And I said, at this point, we were in for a penny in for a pound at this point. And I told them, just do the lab work and try to figure out root cause. So they sent her labs all across the country. And one lab came back with a diagnosis. So she has hypoparathyroidism. So her body doesn't make its own calcium. So she's also on medication for that. It's actually, I think, a vitamin D. It's a liquid calcitriol, which helps stabilize and helps her body use the calcium that she gets in her food. Okay, so that's a lot. She's got a lot going on. And on top of that, now this diabetes diagnosis, which is, I'm told, was going to be really hard to manage based on all the other medications that she is on and the conflicting dietary needs based on all of the conditions that she has. So the chronic pancreatitis requires low fat. Her epilepsy requires high fat. Her now diabetes requires low carb, low fiber, and it was a lot to take in. And the doctors, so she has multiple doctors. She has an internal medicine specialist, she has a neurologist, and she has a primary care. All of them told me that the food was going to kill her no matter what, and to just love her and keep her as happy and as comfortable as possible for as long as possible. And I couldn't accept that. I knew that I could do more for her. So I leaned into the dog food tool that I had started making a couple of years ago. And I leaned in super hard. I created a database that has like 160 different ingredients in it, and trying to track down the nutritional value of all of those food items proved to be incredibly challenging because not one database lists everything. I ended up having to go to 5 different country databases to pull all the information together, and then trying to figure out, how to make the math work inside of Excel. I wasn't great at formulas. I'm getting pretty good at them now, though. That was an incredibly taxing endeavor for me to do, and I was, I just started a new job and working full-time, and I was coming home each day and working on that workbook for about 6 hours each night, trying to get a little bit of sleep. And on top of that, I am, running curves on Molly's blood. I am, checking her urine. I'm giving her injections of her new insulin and staying on top of all of her other meds and watching her like a hawk just to make sure that she was going to be okay. I finally did get the tool done and working, and it's beautiful. And then in sharing the information with a coworker, he mentioned that he knows a team of app developers that might be interested in turning this, or helping me turn this into an app, which would be the best thing, because I've tried to share the workbook with people, but if you put it up, it's Excel. So if you put it up into sheets online, like Google Sheets, like if you open it online, all the formulas break, and that's not safe, right? You're not going to get a good recipe out of that. And it also unlocks everything, and there's a lot of intellectual property in there. So I'm going to try to turn this into an app. I don't know how long that's going to take. It has been incredibly tedious to work through, and so I don't know how long that's going to take. I think in the meantime, what I'm going to do is just create recipes in videos for people who are interested in making their own dog food. And then, of course, during all of this time, my son is in and out of good health, and so is my brother. And my brother's been in and out of the hospital. He's been kind of, I hate to say it, but slowly dying. And he's currently in the hospital. I hadn't heard from him for a week until this morning. And I don't think he's going to be leaving the hospital. I don't think that he's going to be here for much longer at all. So there's just been a whole lot going on that I needed to focus on. Not the least of which is that I work in an office full time now. I like the office. It's a beautiful office. I like my job. I love the people I work with. But it's an adjustment. I've been working from home for 23 years. Home with the dogs all day long, every single day. And now I'm not. And so it's just been an adjustment. But I think I'm ready to jump back into videos. I'm not exactly sure how many I'm going to be doing each week. With the tool done and with work, my new work responsibilities stabilized, I do have the time to do it. Obviously, I'm going to be dealing with my brother and what's going on with him. And so that is going to affect me probably more than I realize, because he's really the last core family member that I have left. And the only one that my son has too, as an extended family. Or I should say close extended family. So anyway, that's kind of what's been going on in my world. I am almost home. The farm that I go to is an hour north, so I'm almost back home. And then I'm going to clean out the freezers. Yesterday I started because they were full. They were still full of produce from last summer and just odds and ends and things. And so I had intended to get most of the stuff in there processed, either canned or dehydrated or freeze dried, before I picked up my order. But life has just been crazy, and that did not happen. So I I have things out of the freezer right now. Luckily, it's cold out. It's 30 degrees right now. Snow's still on the ground. So I've got some coolers out back, and I've got a bunch of stuff in the coolers, but I do need to, clean the freezer, clean it out with soap and water. And I gotta get over. And then organize with the pickup. I mean, this is a ton of boxes back there. There's probably like 9 big boxes back there of food, so whole hog and half a cow. And I'm definitely gonna need to lean into my rusty organizational skills in trying to get that into the freezer with some Tetris, I think. So I will show you the yield from that, and then after that I will probably make a dog food video and show you the tool that I have made. I am really proud of it. It was incredibly challenging. There were nights when I would just cry because everything would work. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of formulas in this tool. And, everything would be working fine 1 minute, and then the very next day, everything would break. So I had to learn how to group formulas together and use name manager and things like that, which I did. So, my motto has always been necessity breeds ability, and I was somehow able to do this. So I'm super excited to be able to show that to you. I'm super proud of it. I'll give you an update on Molly, and yeah, so I'm back. I don't know what back looks like yet. I'm sorry it's been so long, but there's just been a lot going on. So I'm going to pick this up when I get back in the house. It'll probably be for next week's video, but we're going to do the unpacking of all of the meats and then show you how much space you need. And hopefully I have enough space for half a cow and a whole hog in the freezer. If you're a vegetarian, that video will not be for you. Thank you so much for tuning back in. My name is Kelly. You're at a Better Choice Homestead, or in the car of Better Choice Homestead. And I do hope you come back and visit again soon.